And we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Man United Bonafide. As usual, this is your fun channel where we speak about everything Man United. We speak about this, how the season has been, which we'll be reviewing in a short while. We speak about rivalries, the banters, how the league table looks, things like transfer, areas we need to strengthen. We react to some of the fan channel issues that are rising. Um, yeah, and anything Manchester United, as long as it affects Manchester United, it affects this fan base, and we are hoping we'll be able to grow this to become a bigger community. We'll be able to grow it to include more and more people. Just like today, we've included my brother here, whom will introduce himself a bit later. Before I allow him to introduce himself. Um, Hit on that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Drop a comment in the comment section, and share this content, because that is the only way we'll grow this community. We want this to be a community thing, not just a one or two people thing. That's why I'm always trying to look for people to bring in. Yes, my man.
Yeah,
Take it over.
yeah.
Introduce yourself. Let the people know you and what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk to the fan base, Man United Bonafide. And it's an amazing work you're doing. And I'm very lucky and I'm very honored to join this group, join this show and this family. So my name is Michael Charles Mudavadi. That is my official name. And you can call me, I go by the name Mike, Madividi, Charles,
Yeah.
whichever you choose.
I remember we used to call you. I remember we used to call you by DVD when we were back in Kisumu.
Back in Kisumu.
Yeah.
In Mombasa, they call me Mgerenge,
Ngere.
kumaanisha
Yeah.
someone from Bara. I'm in
Oh, all
Mombasa.
right.
Yeah,
Okay. Down at the
yeah.
coast, they are good at giving people nicknames.
Ah, I've had a few,
Yeah.
but that is story for another time.
All right.
So thank you for the opportunity. I thank you for the interaction. Uh,
Yeah.
the challenge that I'm doing, actually, guys, I'm doing
Yeah.
a challenge on PTSD. You know, with
Yeah.
whatever is going on, there's a lot going on, and people are suffering
Yeah.
out here. And I'm just trying to create an awareness to show people that they're not alone. You know, in
Yeah.
this world, no one was born alone.
Yeah.
So we're just sharing love with a couple of friends, a couple of family, just being there for everyone and
Yeah.
sharing love. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Maybe there's someone who doesn't know what PTSD means. You can
Okay,
just tell
PTSD
them.
is post-trauma stress and disorder and anxiety, depression. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people going through a lot of stuff, uh, especially this time with the coronavirus thing. A lot of people have
Yeah.
lost their jobs. They have lost their
Mm.
livelihoods. Some people have been enclosed in an area for this long. And I came to realize when you're in an enclosed place for a very long time, it gets up to you. There's some things you're lacking in yourself. So it makes you think so much. You get anxious, you get stress, depression kicks in. But with this challenge, we're just out here to tell people with probably workout. That is one of the way to engage yourself,
Yeah.
and other things. I've been discussing on this using different things and different questions, posing different questions, giving various advices on how to take out the anxiety and the stress.
Yeah.
And that is what we are doing right now. So today I've not done the challenge. Probably tomorrow
Yeah.
I'll pick it up from there.
Ah, okay.
And it's a journey, a 25-day journey. 25th day, doing push-ups and engaging family and everyone on the awareness.
Man, what you're doing is big, my friend. It's very big, and I know the impact is going far and wide, and more people are getting the challenge to join in that. All right, so let's dive into it. As the subject says, today we are here to review the season, how the season has been. But before we get into the whole season, I think we can't start without speaking about yesterday's game.
Allow me to do this.
There's the jersey.
This is my okay. It's not necessarily my jersey.
Yeah.
Mine was locked up somewhere, so let me just do this. Okay.
That still works. That still works. We are proud of the label.
Yeah.
It's the greatest. We usually say as a fan base that it's the greatest football story ever told. Yeah. No other
probably
football club has ever.
Sorry. Yeah. Probably if I tell you my United journey, I was initiated by my brother Moses Abel. If he's watching, I hope he's watching. He's the one who groomed me to this way back.
Yeah.
And it's been an amazing journey all the way from way back. I can't really tell. It's been an amazing journey. And United till the end.
Yeah.
And also my line will also be United.
We hope so, but kids can be weird. You hear Lionel Messi's son is a big Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, actually, before we get into this, yesterday I was watching some banters. Even Raheem Sterling's daughter, Melody.
Yeah.
She likes trolling the father with Liverpool songs. And also talk about Lionel's son.
Yeah. All right. So regarding yesterday's game,
yes,
we won, and everyone is happy. We got where we wanted to be. Most of us are surprised that we are third, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because at the beginning of the season, when we are doing the season, beginning of the season previews, I predicted that we will get third. That was my prediction, and I stood by that even during tough times. In my very early videos, if you look at them, you'll see that I predicted we get third place. Yeah. But most people are surprised. I understand why they're surprised. Are you a part of the people who are surprised that we got third?
Well, I was expecting third, considering the stronger team, City being strong with their squad, their versatile squad, and probably Liverpool picking it up from where they left. At some point, I was a little bit jittery about it when we were getting the draws and losing points to some teams that we are not supposed to lose. Yeah, it was really getting into me, but later on, we are united, man. We come back.
And yesterday we lived it late. We had to do it the United way, which is always the hard way. I wonder why we always just have to make it hard for ourselves. We've had opportunities after opportunities to cement the third place, but we had to leave it to the very last day. Yeah.
I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
The other teams get us a spill. Chelsea loses it, then that is when we also lose it. We get draws and we lose games that we are not supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
it was really getting on my nerves.
A friend of mine who is a Chelsea fan, whenever most of the time we watch the matches with him. Actually, even yesterday we were watching the matches with him. We were watching the Chelsea and the Man United matches together.
Yeah,
and we've always been. It's like we've always known if Chelsea falter, Man United falter. If Man United falter, Chelsea falter. It's like the two coaches agree. We need to keep this thing more interesting now. Yeah.
We need to make this interesting for the fans.
Yes, for the fans, so that the fans can keep speaking about it, so that you give you stress the fans, so that they when they're celebrating, they have a
Yeah.
reason to celebrate, a bigger reason to celebrate in the end. Yeah.
It seemed like it.
All right.
So,
Now, in yesterday's game,
yeah.
we saw um, one would argue that we didn't play to the standards we've set since, let me say, since after Burnley beat us. Yeah. Remember, after Burnley beat us in January, we seem to
I
have set a
remember.
standard. I think we beat City twice in that period.
Yes.
We went away to Champions League, Europa League rather, and beat LSK. That name was
LASK.
LASK.
Yeah.
We beat them 5-0 away, and from even when after when the restart, when the project restart began, we seem to have picked from where we left. But in that game, some would argue that we weren't really at our best. What's your opinion on that?
In the Leicester game?
Yes, the Leicester game.
The cup, the last couple of games,
yeah,
I feel like we didn't. Our starting off was poor.
yeah.
We started off games low. It's like we were too comfortable, or rather, I don't know. That was the game plan. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
Then this game, it was just like the same. We had a little bit slow game, and it wasn't really convincing like the other matches before.
Yeah.
But later on, we came back, and as we did United, we won the game. Though not convincingly as I had thought, or as I had wanted. Because remember, we spoke there the day before, and I told you we'll win 2-0, and we did.
Yes.
Though I failed on the scorers.
I wanted. I remember you were saying Rashford and Bruno, Rashford and Martial, right?
No, I said Martial and Greenwood.
And Greenwood. Yeah. Yes. I remember now. You
then
Martial and Greenwood.
Lord Lingardinho. Lord Lingardinho.
The Lord
just had to. Just had to. Had to show up.
Had to show us that he still has something in his locker.
Yeah.
I also predicted a 2-0 win. Only that I didn't predict the scorers. My heart was telling me, oh, this is going to be a draw. But my brain kept telling me, no, this is going to be a win. And we are going to win 2-0. So I decided to go with my brain. I think my heart was so anxious. She was just seeing a draw. But though a draw would have been sufficient, still.
It will be.
Yeah. And personally, even if we had finished fourth, I would have still taken the results. But third, especially being 14 points as early as December, as late as December, you were 14 points adrift Leicester. 14. And Leicester were, I think, second at that point. To come and overtake them and also overtake Chelsea. That was just awesome. Yeah.
Pretty much.
And now, the Bruno factor. Let me read a comment here.
Bruno.
Wait, let me just post a comment here, then read it. It says, Fadili Kiboino, that's one of my fans, my friend. He's one of my die-hard fans. He's saying the season has been quite tough as we had inconsistencies, setback, but that seems to have turned around after weeding out certain players and signing class players, e.g. Bruno. Which brings me to the Bruno subject. Yesterday, most people are saying he didn't play well, but he got us at the very important moment, he got us the goal that we wanted.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of Bruno's performance yesterday?
Bruno's performance, yes. Actually, since coming on, Bruno has
Yeah.
been phenomenal.
Yeah.
He has been phenomenal, and he has been in the engine probably
Yeah.
since signing. All those goals, the assists, man, he's been incredible. And I also feel like even when we gave our worst, he still had the gas, the engine to still push on.
Yes. Yes.
Like the Chelsea game,
Yeah.
it was bad. The
Chelsea game
semi-final, it
was
was
not bad.
bad.
It was embarrassing. The Chelsea game was embarrassing.
It was, but still, you could see him running around trying to get possession, trying to create chances, shooting and all that. So Bruno has been magnifico, just like we usually say. He's been superb. Yes, he's been superb since coming in, and that was a very great signing. We've waited for a while, but he finally came, and he's doing an awesome job.
I still feel the waiting was unnecessary, just because the board decided to go stingy on us, because you are to get Bruno in summer. You are to get Bruno.
Yes, we were.
Then the board started saying, "Oh, we were not in for him," but everybody knew you were in for him. He was one of the targets of at the beginning of the last season.
Yes.
It seemed like everything was going for us with Bruno, in the sense no one else was coming for him. Because if someone wanted him, I still don't understand why the Barcelonas and maybe the Bayern Munichs didn't go for Bruno. It's like it was just said that this should be a Man United signing.
Probably they thought, considering the Portuguese league,
yes,
they thought maybe it was a little bit under par, so they felt like he won't really perform for them. But still, I just feel like Bruno was for us, for United.
Yeah, he came in and fit as like a glove. He came in at a time when it was not really easy for us. We had
it wasn't.
Martial had just recovered, I think. Pogba was out. Rashford was out. McTominay was out. Who else was out? Those are the three key guys that were out when he came.
Yeah.
And he just tricked immediately. Remember the Wolves game? I didn't watch the Wolves game. The first leg of the second leg of the first leg, because when he came, the first match was a draw, a nil-nil draw against Wolves. There was a period when you were playing. Still,
he gave a very good performance still. He came in with Drew 0-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he really gave his all, and we saw his brilliance in the game.
Yeah.
He gave Rui Patricio, his countryman, some hard time between the sticks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think generally he's been a revelation for us. He came in uplifted the team. Our midfield looked dead. of course, Fred and McTominay and the likes were giving their very best, and their performances had started improving. But we must agree that it wasn't really to the level where Bruno now has brought us to.
Yeah.
Let me read another comment.
Okay.
Just a minute. Adili says, can't say we were at our worst yesterday as Leicester were shutting our midfield, making it hard for us to break through. The midfield battle yesterday
it was crazy.
Yeah, you remember in the match preview, I was saying we really needed to dominate the midfield so that we are able to give the defense a breather and also give the attack more opportunities. Yeah, but
Yeah.
for a while it seemed cagey and nothing was really going for both teams. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I must give to them, they also have a very great midfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
The likes of Tielemans. Tielemans is a very good midfielder.
Actually,
Yeah.
we scouted him. We scouted him when
Yeah,
he was at
we did. We
Leicester on
did.
loan. Yeah.
We did, and he's very good,
Yeah.
and he has really performed well for Leicester,
Yeah.
and he also gave us trouble. I remember this cheeky. I can't say shot, but it was a pass that nearly went in. He just missed the post by a whisker.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
And that is one of the brilliant things that he offers for the Leicester team. Yeah. And Leicester have a very good midfielder, and the likes of Didi. Didi has performed well.
Didi is possibly. I know Kante has been out injured for a while, especially this season. I think when it comes to CDMs, for now, there are three proper CDMs that I can pick out. Kante, of course, if Kante is fit and on form,
Kante,
number one. Yeah. Then there is Ndidi, and then there is Tom
Ndidi
of Atletico. Those are now like the three proper CDMs that I can say will win you matches. Yeah,
sure,
I know Matic has been on a revival, but Matic is aging and is becoming slower.
He is.
Yeah.
And that is one area we really need to look at.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it in the last few games. When he's not around, we really have a hard time controlling the midfield. He gives us some composure, and the way he distributes the ball and reads the game is quite remarkable. And we need someone to fill in that shoe, or else, man, it's going to be trouble for us.
Him because sometimes he gets caught on the ball. He makes unnecessarily so many touches, like in the West Ham game. He was making 5, 6, and I was like, what is happening?
What is happening? You get frustrated when he does that.
Yes, you get frustrated. They can frustrate you sometimes. The West Ham game, I was like, why can't these people just win this game so that we go into the Leicester game without pressure?
It also goes back to the Chelsea game, the way they were making a lot of touches.
Yeah.
Even Maguire at some point, he went round with the ball.
Yes.
And
people
took that clip, and it was one of the banters that has been going on.
I think for Maguire, usually when the centre back, tactically, when the centre back has the ball, the person that is supposed to support him, it is the fullback. There are three people actually. First of all, it is the fullback, then the CDM. So they usually form that triangle. Then at the far end should be the other centre back. But because they have pinned us so far and they had marked these guys, it was so hard for Maguire to come out with that ball.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, and Chelsea just came to fight us, my friend. Those people were kicking us. They beat. You were making a joke with my friend that they beat the whole of us.
And funny thing, they didn't get a card. They didn't get a warning. Nothing.
And then people complain that referees are on our side, and I'm like,
you're like, what are you talking about?
Even in the Leicester game, I was like, this referee is not even giving fouls. And when we found Leicester players, he was so easily dishing out cards. Now, the season in overview. When we at the beginning of the season, Ole, let me say Ole did some cleansing. He released Sanchez, sent out Lukaku. Who else left?
Ashley.
Herrera had left. Herrera had gone earlier because of
But
different.
that was a heartbreak. I felt like
yes.
it was a heartbreak.
He was my favorite player at that time. He was my favorite Man United player for almost 5 years. He had been my favorite player because he was always fighting for the team, even when
he was quite passionate. Yes,
and he would play with passion for the badge. Yeah.
Yes.
But so we had already, and then Fellaini had gone in the moment. Ole had just landed. I think Fellaini went in January last year, I think, around there. So everyone was saying, "Oh, it will be a miracle if Man United finished 6th. There's no hope for top 4." What are some of the things you think Ole has done that that might have brought this new lease of life into the club?
One thing I liked about Ole, he has gone through the club.
Yeah.
He knows how the club is run. He has passion for the club and all that.
Yeah.
So he knew even before coming in, he had already seen some of the things that need to be taken care of. And one thing about him, he likes the youth system.
Yeah.
So, and our squad was also aging.
Yes.
Just like probably the Barcelona team is also aging.
Yes. I am a Barcelona fan who's really lamenting that. And the mistake Barcelona is doing, they are selling the younger players. Barcelona has been seriously selling their younger players and retaining the older ones. And everyone is like, what is this club doing? Anyway, go on.
And also, I think Real Madrid also had that, but I think they are rectifying on it. So that is one of the
really deep.
Yes.
That's why they were able to win 10 games in a row.
Yeah.
And
that is also one of the things that we were suffering from.
Yes.
True. So when Ole came, that was the first agenda.
Yeah.
It's like, you see, when Sir Alex was leaving, I'm sorry, United fans, I think you'll hit me for this. When Sir Alex was leaving, he left us with an aging team. And
I agree with you.
And there was no one coming in to get experience from this team.
Yeah.
A brilliant team was leaving, and we would suffer for a very long time, just like we have been suffering.
Yeah.
So that, especially the middle.
Yes, I agree with you because the same year Sir Alex retired, Paul Scholes retired. Then Carrick retired a year or two later. Giggs retired in the year Moyes retired. Moyes got kicked out. Rio Ferdinand retired a year after.
Vidic Nemanja went.
You get.
Uncle Pat left.
Yes, Uncle Pat had gone.
Yes.
Danny Welbeck and Foster moved to Arsenal.
So there was that. We were left with, let me say, the older guys, and there was no one coming in to help in. So that is one of the things Ole acknowledged, and he tried his best to try and bridge that gap. So he didn't really make them leave at once. He made them leave one at a time.
Yeah.
As they are grooming the young guys. So you'll get, he brings in some of the young guys, and also still maintains the older guys, but one at a time, he makes them leave.
Yeah. Let me just read a comment here. Actually, two comments. Fadili says Johnny Evans, once a red, always a red. I did a tweet on I tweeted earlier. Was it yesterday after the game? Johnny Evans, once a red, so a red. Saying that he helped us out. On the same topic about Fergie, he seems to be agreeing with you. He's saying that Fergie did leave us with an aging team. Fergie did not just leave us with an aging team, by the way. Well, you see now when we had Fergie was a brilliant manager, just like he was a brilliant manager right now. I usually say if this current City team is given to another manager who is not Pep, they would struggle.
They would.
As good as they look, they would struggle. Why? Because Fergie knew how to use players to their strength. You get, and that is the same thing Pep and Klopp have done. It's the same thing I see Ole, and also Lampard sometimes does it. Though Lampard is still learning. Sometimes he crops up, still you wonder, like in the Sheffield game, I was like, what's going on here? So the team was not just aging, but the team would only fit Fergie's systems. You get? So the moment Fergie left and Moyes came in, and we know no Man United fan want to speak about Moyes. We know what happened. So I fully agree with you that Fergie left us with a team that was aging, and I would add that it was a bit average. Compared to what we had.
I also wanted to mention that we didn't have the most brilliant team. It's only the manager that knew who fits where. You see, you remember when he used to bring Valencia in and put him at the right back? You'll question, what is he doing? But yet again, he knew what he was doing, and it's worked out perfectly for him. And he knew who plays where and at what point to bring a player. Just like he used to use Ole and Chicha. He knew.
He's super sub.
He's super sub. So he knew where, when, and he was just a brilliant guy, and will always be.
Grateful for what he's built. Just to ask, still on Ole's performance. Do you think there are players that he released that we should have kept at the beginning of the
season? Under Herrera.
Herrera.
I felt like, okay, he wasn't the one who released him. But I feel like we could have done more to keep him, although he wanted more, of which he deserved. Looking at his numbers, sorry to say that if I'm, he deserved that because he usually gave his all. I felt like we really needed to keep him. And the other players, I won't really.
Sanchez.
I don't know. Sanchez. I don't know.
Sanchez is a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. I don't know if we didn't give him time, but at the same time, we got him from Arsenal being this type of player. Then he gave us this. I don't know if it's the weight of the number. I don't know if it's the cast number, like we usually say.
The number,
considering number seven. You know what they usually say with that number 7? Look at Valencia. Look at probably Depay.
I think that the shirt is not cast. Let me go back to the Herrera issue first. I'll come to the Sanchez issue. Regarding Herrera, I agree with you. We should have kept him. It is the board that messed up Herrera's transfer because Ole wanted Herrera to stay. Herrera's heart was there to stay, But Herrera felt unwanted. The reason why he felt unwanted was because you remember the year that he toppled De Gea and won Man United Player of the Year.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
After
De Gea winning,
he expected, he was left with, I think, a year and a half or so before his contract would run out. He expected that because he had shown so much, the club would approach him with a new contract. Unfortunately, the club did not. The club waited till the end of his contract. Then the Sanchez factor came into play. This is how the Sanchez factor came into play. Sanchez had done nothing for the club, but when he came, he was the highest earner. You get?
Yes, he
so
was.
The players like Herrera were asking themselves, "We've been here for this club since the days of, was it Moyes? I think, was it Moyes or Van Gaal? Struggling with the team. It was Moyes. Struggling with the team, though it's Fergie who scouted him. That is Moyes who signed him, I think. We've struggled with this team, and now this team is at a position, because I think that the year before that we had finished second, and he's seeing that we've managed to lift this team where we are finishing second, and this club still cannot give me a proper contract. And then also PSG, PSG do what PSG does. They came in, and though I still feel sad because most of the time he's on the bench, I feel sad for a player like Herrera.
Yes.
I'm like, we lost a player here, but that's just life. Let me read a comment here from Joseph Munyendo. Munyendo. It's Munyendo. I hope I pronounce it right. What do you have to say about Dean Henderson's transfer link to Chelsea and the De Gea situation? Any response to that?
Joseph, thank you for your comment and the question. One, Dean Henderson cannot and will not go to Chelsea. He has gone through the club, and I don't think he can go to Chelsea. What can be offered? Probably, maybe just another loan spell with Sheffield, considering Ole still has a huge faith in David. So I think his loan term with Sheffield may be extended, but not going to Chelsea.
Just to add on what you've said, I know Dean Henderson has performed this season.
Yes,
he's performed well. But personally, I still think he needs another loan spell. First of all, because I don't think he's fully there yet. Because you see now, Man United is a massive club. Even De Gea, when we scouted him, we followed De Gea for 2 years when he was in Atletico. I remember from his breakthrough season. Then the season after they won the Europa League, that's when we took him. Usually, it's just like when players come to the Premier League. I usually try not to judge them the first season. I wait till the second season. That's when I judge them. For Chelsea, I think it would be a better deal if Chelsea go for Nick Pope instead of Henderson, because Nick Pope would be cheaper. And I think Nick Pope is more experienced than Dean Henderson, given that even his performances this season, and it's not only this season, he's been performing well for a few seasons now. I think it would be a better deal for Chelsea than Henderson. Because Henderson, I don't really see United selling Henderson to any local rival club.
I'm telling you, we can't. Especially if
it can happen.
Can it?
Be a very dragging. It's like, let's say right now we want to go for Kante. Let's say, because I'm a huge admirer of Kante. Only that now the injury issues have been coming. I'm a huge admirer of Kante. Let's say you want to go for Kante. Do you think Chelsea will release him? Even because Chelsea seem to be having loanees in almost every league and every club in this world. One of them do you think Chelsea would easily release one of their loanees to come to a top rival club like ours. Okay, if one very nagging deals, and knowing how our club is good at dragging transfers, I don't see it happening. Yeah, I don't see it happening. There's another comment here from Joseph. Joseph says, yeah, true. I think he might end up in another loan spell in Sheffield because I don't see him coming to become the girl sub. That is a good point. The other, that is also another issue that is standing in Henderson's path, because remember, this year we are supposed to have Euros, but they've been pushed to next year. Everyone wants to go and play in the Euros. If he comes and sits on our bench, he won't make it. England has that Everton. I keep forgetting.
There's Pickford.
Yes, Pickford.
There's Heaton.
Yes, there's Tim Heaton, who was also our former goalkeeper. He used to be ours. It was from our academy. The rest are struggling. You see, there's so much competition, so I don't think you'd want to come. What do you think about it?
I still think he still needs that loan spell, because considering he's coming back to United, if he is coming back to United, there's a lot of weight on him. There's a lot of expectation that will be needed of him.
Yeah. You there? You there? Okay. As you were saying, coming to United might put a lot of pressure on Henderson. I think he's having connection issues. Yeah, he'll be back. And when he's back, I'll bring him back. Yeah, let me respond to another comment here as we wait for him to come back. Sancho to United, what is happening? Has Woodward backed out? As of today, actually, there was a rumor that United have opened talks with Borussia, but that has also been found out to be a lie. There have been talks, but there have been those subtle talks, but there's no official. Someone tweeted today that there's been an official bid of, I think, 95 euros. I think was it 95 pounds? 95 million pounds. Yes, it's 95 million pounds had been a bid of 95 million pounds had been made by Manchester United to Borussia, which has been found out to be just a rumor mill. I think the writer of that article was just trying to ride on the hype around Man United right now, and also build a following for themselves. We know Woodward has not backed out. If there is a signing, let me say, if there is a signing Man United fans have been waiting for, let me just bring him back.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, it happens. And the question I was responding to about Sancho. My opinion is there has not been an official yet, but talks are continuing. What I know is that Sancho wants to come to United. United wants Sancho. The big hurdle would be Dortmund price him at 120 pounds, which is higher than what we paid for, 120 million rather pounds, which is more higher than we paid for Pogba. And the club is not willing to pay above somewhere between 80 to 85
Yeah. And
Um,
something about
yeah,
that, also Dortmund are struggling financially, and I think they
yeah,
want to make a sell out of this, and they want to gain out
yeah,
of this. So I don't know
yes.
if they'll settle for whatever you're trying to give, but I hope they do. We reached an
I have
agreement.
I have faith they will lower their price because of the
They
pandemic
have
issue.
to. They have to. Yes.
Yeah. You see now with the pandemic issue,
Yeah.
it's rumored, not really rumored, it said that clubs will have to return up to, depending on the club, up to 25% of sponsorship deals, the cash that
Uh,
was given. So most clubs are struggling, and then remember the sales of merchandise has gone down because people's income has also gone down. People are not going to
yeah.
stadiums. People are not
Yes.
going to
Yeah.
restaurants because of the lockdowns.
Yes.
So most of the clubs are struggling to make ends. They only have the basic that keeps the club going, and they can operate for daily operations. But a lot to spend on is the reason why Borussia could not even sign Ashraf Hakimi for 20 million. Imagine Ashraf Hakimi
Yes.
went to for 20 million.
Having in mind how he has been phenomenal this season for them, huh?
Yes,
And they
I was
couldn't
shocked.
sign him. So I was also
Yeah,
shocked. Yeah.
I was
And
shocked. They released him for 20 million. They could pay Real Madrid 20 million. It was a big shock for
they
me.
couldn't. And I was also shocked that Real Madrid didn't want him.
Yeah, Real Madrid is just Real
Hakimi has
Madrid.
been Hakimi
Real,
has been a great player.
Real Madrid
He
is
is a
have
great player.
what I think what Hakimi didn't want is going back to Real Madrid to be on the bench. So that is what was going to happen. He was going to be on the
Oh,
bench
having
because
it mind Mendy being there.
no, many plays on this other side where this Brazilian plays. On the other side, they have Daniel
Marcelo.
Kaká. Yeah. On the other side, they
Wait,
have Daniel. Yeah.
Hakimi is a left back.
Is he left or
Yeah.
right? He's left.
Left. Yes.
I keep picturing him on the right. Then if that even makes it worse, because now on the left you have
Yeah.
two world-class fullbacks, if you can
But
say so.
having it in mind, Marcelo is aging,
Yes.
so he might not really play a lot of games.
Yeah, but Zizou seems to be having faith in him. Because they have a younger squad right now. So I don't
Yes,
think
they have.
Zizou will not be releasing the likes of Kina Marcelo maybe for another season, because you see, you can't just have all young players. The same thing
Yeah.
Ole did, even though he released the Smallings, the Ashley
Yeah.
Youngs,
Yeah.
you get, but he still retained Matic, whom we thought would be sold.
Yeah.
He also retained what's the other guy? I keep forgetting the older guys in the club.
Who left? Fellaini. We had
De Gea,
Valencia leaving.
yeah, whom were retained.
Oh,
So
who
you
are
see now,
retained? We have De
yeah,
Gea. We have at least Pogba. Pogba is
yeah,
right now one of them.
yes.
Yeah.
So you need that blend. Let me just read another comment.
Yeah.
Today James will just be responding to comments. Again says, what are your thoughts on the Europa League, considering Conte is still there, Havertz, Leverkusen, and also Wolves? Anything you can say about that?
I think this is our final shot at a cup this season. So I am sure we'll go all out on it.
Yeah.
And I believe we'll win it.
Yeah.
There's this line that goes, whether we keep me or nick me, we'll have to take this cup.
I have a friend from England watching. It'll translate for him. Who always watching the videos.
Whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
I think that is the translation. It's a Luo.
Yes,
Is it?
it's a Luo English fused saying. Yeah, that
Yes.
simply means it's
Whether you like it or not.
do everything. We will give it our all to win that competition.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Conte with Inter Milan is still there. I've been watching Inter Milan in the restart, and they've not really been impressive. Yeah. So I think that can play in our hands. Havertz and Leverkusen. I watched Leverkusen also in the restart. They were also not very convincing.
They were not convincing enough.
Yeah, also for the fact that their league ended early, it means they might lack match rhythm. You get? Because they finished their league like a month before. You see, the more we play, because I think Europa League is starting in about 2 weeks' time. The people who will be playing towards more towards that period would have better match rhythm than the other ones. Wolves will beat Wolves. Yeah, I think it's time we put them to the sword once and for all. Yeah, right now I think the teams that are left in the competition, the ones that will have, and also given that Havertz might go to Chelsea at any moment, because once he goes to Chelsea, most of the things are done, by the way. It's Leverkusen, just like the way we are still having issues with Dortmund. It's Leverkusen who are still on the way, possibly because they still want him to play for them in Europa League. But I don't think Chelsea will want that, because you remember, the next season starts on 12th
September. 12th September.
And it means you only have like a month to gel him into the team. So I don't think Lampard want him to stay out any longer than needed. But even if he will be there, I believe in our team. We can win Europa League. I want us to win it so that this generation of players can know that we are here to win. All right? There's a new comment here. Before the Joseph one, there's one for Fadili. He says, plus James' few appearance also doesn't seem to have that much of an impact like the season. Yes, he's brought up a good subject. What are your thoughts on that?
Daniel James, wow. He came in strong, and I felt like he would be a very good player.
Yeah.
But at some point, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's Rashford's injury or what, because they gelled very well. If you check the games they've played together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Another thing that James needs to work on probably is his finishing. He has had a lot of chances, but his finishing needs some work. I was talking with some fans.
Yes.
And some people say he needs a loan deal. I don't know how that will go.
No, those are I see those as just speculation. I think it was his breakthrough season because he was coming from championship. And then from championship, he did go. You see now, he did go through another club. Let's say a Sheffield or a Wolves or an Aston Villa before making the big step to Man United. He came straight from championship. I believe there's something that Ole saw in him. That's the reason why Ole wanted him. I think being at a top club like Man United, and also given that it is this at the beginning of the season that his father passed on, he's not really had a very easy year. He started well. The biggest thing I think is to work on is his decision making. Sometimes he shoots when shoot.
And also his finishing. He needs to work on that.
And also he needs to be more bold and take on people, because he has pace. Play to your strengths. You get. When I used to play football, I knew I'm not pacey. Yeah. So
Yes.
even now, when I play football, I know I can't beat
Yes.
somebody with pace because I was
Yeah.
not blessed with pace. So I learned
Yes.
to play to my strengths. One of my strengths is giving is doing the long diagonal balls. You get. So I
Yeah.
would maximize on that, and also making sure I work on the one two touches so that you have a good you integrate well with the player, so that when the ball comes, you're not very good at pace, so you don't try to outrun the opponent. You get
Yes.
play
Yeah.
strength as much as you can. Yeah, there's another
Yeah.
comment here. Is from Joseph. Joseph says Real Madrid has untouchables if Jovic has sat on the bench because of Benzema. There's no way Zizou will play Hakimi over Carvajal. Point of correction: Hakimi plays on the right wing back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he was the right wing back. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I had to check. I think it skipped my mind.
Yeah, but most fullbacks can play both sides. Yeah,
Yeah.
most fullbacks can play both sides. There's a point is not there. Is the same point I
Yeah.
can add to the issue of Dan James. You see, like in Real Madrid,
Yes.
they bought Jovic and Hazard. Yeah,
Yeah.
you realize that in the 10 games that Real Madrid have played, not
Yes.
not twice have they played the same team. That is why they were able to win the 10 games. You get, because they have
Yeah.
a very young team. The Vinicius, I think they have like 3 or 4 very young Brazilians, very good. Then in the
Yes.
midfield, at times you'll find it's what's
There's
his name?
Lorente.
There's the Oriente.
There's
There's one.
Casimiro. There's Modric. There's Cruz.
Yes, there's Cruz and the younger ones that are coming through.
Yes.
The forgetting his name. You realize that this Zizou would not play the same midfield twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that not being fresh, and that is what our team also. I know there was so much pressure on Ole, but with the new signings, and I also think there are some youngsters whom we will discuss towards the end who
Yeah.
need to be gelled into the team more, so that we don't do the mistake we did with Angel Gomez. We need to gel them more. They need to come through more. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you get.
Yes.
Yeah. Before we take another comment,
Yeah.
we were reviewing the season, right?
Yeah.
Who's your player of the season so far? Okay,
Player
in
of
the
the
league.
season. Wow. Wow. I am split.
Yeah, you can say we discussed.
Can I give a number?
Yes,
I think Fred has been phenomenal.
yes,
Bruno since coming has been mind blowing.
yeah,
Rashford before his injury has
yeah,
been brilliant.
yeah,
Martial,
yes,
Martial has been good considering, especially after the lockdown.
yeah,
Greenwood coming in his first season, a teenager, has been quite exemplary.
yeah,
And I'll also say Matic after coming in. So
yeah.
narrowing it down, wow. I don't
Tough
know.
one. I've
A
also been
tough one.
struggling because there's one.
I have been struggling.
Remember, there's one
I
Bissaka
think,
also.
wow, how could I have forgotten that one?
Yeah, he's
Wan
been
Bissaka
brilliant.
has been, he's been crazy.
Yeah,
Talk of Sterling in all those games.
getting Sterling and Silva on the same day.
Man, Sterling, Silva, and Mahrez.
And De Bruyne actually, that same week, that same match,
And also
even De Bruyne,
Mahrez.
yes.
And also Mahrez. I remember this game. Sterling had enough of Wan-Bissaka, and he had to change. He told Mahrez. I think Pep also noticed, and he had to make that switch. Told Mahrez to go on that side, and still it wasn't working. And he has been a great signing, a phenomenal player, and wow. Now that you mentioned him, I don't know. Maybe people can tell us on the comments.
Yeah. Yes.
They can
join us in the comments. I'm split between Wan-Bissaka and Bruno. I would have given it to Rashford. Only that Rashford missed about five important, a very huge important period. Has not been at it for the better part of the season.
Probably if he hadn't been injured, he would be arguably the best.
Yes, he would have been arguably the best. Then there's the material factor who really stepped up this season.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, I think if not Wan-Bissaka, I would give it to Martial. Those two. If it's not Wan-Bissaka, I would give it to Martial. Because there's a period when Rashford was injured, Pogba was out, McTominay was out. It is Martial.
Yes.
Getting us a draw here, I want to win here. All right. I hear you. You let me know whom you decided to display.
Okay, I will.
Signing of the season before we go to our signing of the season. Before we go to comments.
Bissaka.
You had Bissaka.
And Bruno.
We had Bruno. You had Dan James. Those are the
Daniel James.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm split between Bissaka and Bruno.
Yeah.
Since coming in Bissaka and probably Maguire, his defense has been phenomenal. It's actually it's arguably the third best in the league.
On stats we are the third best.
The third best.
And Maguire is also the third on passes in the whole league. What's his name? Van Dijk is leading, and then Rodri is second. Maguire is third on that list. Yeah, so it shows you the work Maguire has been doing for us. Yeah. So signing of the.
I'd say Bissaka.
I can't argue with that. It's been phenomenal.
I'll say Bissaka.
Yeah. Okay. Let's read another comment here before we go to the next matters. Other than Sancho, what other position do you think United should strengthen? I was coming to this at the end, but since it's been brought up now rather, and add this transfer season, we can just delve into it right now and see. What are your priority signings? That's another one.
Priority signings. I'll say CDM.
A CDM?
Yes. We need one. We really need one.
Yeah.
And then we also need an attacker.
Yes.
Probably a striker to help out.
Number 10.
A striker, probably. Yes, we need a striker.
Yeah.
And one centre back. Yeah, I think one centre back. Yeah, considering Bailey has been on and out.
Yeah, but
he's really struggling. He's a good centre back, but with his injuries, I don't think we can go as many as probably 5 or 10 games with him. Since
I don't remember
Is
the
it the
last time he
17,
played 4 games in a row.
17-18 season?
Yeah. Besides
Yeah.
that, he's not been fit to play 4 games in a row. He
He's not
plays
been
2,
fit.
3 games. I
Then
know in the Chelsea game, Chelsea came to fight. Chelsea came for war.
he came for war.
Yeah.
And also looking at also Axel
Transibe.
Tonzebe, yeah. We
Yeah.
also need, he's not been playing for quite a while,
Yeah.
so we need help there. And
Yeah.
considering, I don't think, is Smalling coming back? I don't know. I don't think so. Roma really
Personally,
want him to stay.
I don't want him to come back. Not because he's a bad defender,
Yes.
but I don't think they put into whatever Ole is trying to build.
And also Rojo is not coming back.
That one
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't
Yes.
want any dead. Yeah.
So if and also Jones, oh my God, how do we still have Jones in our team? How? Tell me how.
You see, Ole does not even pick him even when he's fit.
Is it that other teams didn't want him, that he's still with us? I keep all asking myself.
You see now, Ole was also trying to give everyone a fair chance for his first season.
Yeah. Yes.
Except those who he really knew had no mentality to stay, like Sanchez. Ashley Young requested to leave. Smalling also requested to leave.
Yes.
Ole actually wanted Lukaku also to stay, but Lukaku also wanted to leave. So unless someone wanted to leave, Ole was not really willing to let. He wanted to do an assessment of the team, which he did, and now we see the benefits you get, and now we see what he's trying to do. Regarding signings, for me, besides Sancho, because it asks us to exclude Sancho, I think we need a proper replacement for not a replacement, but someone who can play when Pogba or Bruno are not at their best. Because realize, like in the game against was it Southampton, they were really not at their best. But if you look at the bench, that's the question. Bring in, that's the question. So we need someone, even if it's one player who can play as an attacking midfielder, and number 8 stroke number 10.
Yes.
Someone when Bruno is not at 8, we can bring him and retain Pogba. When Pogba is not at 8, we can bring that person. I think that's why most people are linking us to Grealish. There's the other young
Grealish.
Ajax. Who I keep forgetting. There's another young guy from Ajax, a Dutch player from Ajax. What's his name? Keep forgetting his name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but those are some of the prospects you're looking at. I agree with you. We need a CDM. I've always said it, by the way. I've always said it even at the season that we need to sign a proper natural CDM.
Yes.
Yes. If you look at Real Madrid or Barcelona or the Man United, you realize that there was always a natural CDM. We had Harry, Barcelona has Busquets, Real Madrid right now has Casemiro, Atletico has Thomas Partey. You get Chelsea have N'Golo Kante. Arsenal is just Arsenal. Arsenal will forever be Arsenal.
Forever. Man City have Fernandinho and also Rodri.
Fernandinho and Rodri. You get?
Yeah.
So we need a CDM. I agree with you.
We seriously need one.
I don't think a goalkeeper is a priority. If we are able to get a centre back, which personally I'm not really worried about a centre back, because we have a good academy prospect whom we can bring up, so that we focus on the midfield. And we focus on building the midfield this season. We get Sancho, then build the midfield. Yeah, then maybe next season we can buy a defender or two, and also start thinking of another goalkeeper in case the girls' form keeps on going south as it's been going south. Let me read another comment. Let me just. It says Bruno should be the player of the season even if he came in late. His few appearances are a major contribution to our unbeaten run in the Premier League. I agree with that. Now, before Bruno in the Premier League, we were 14 points behind Leicester. Of course, Chelsea always been closer, but we are 14 points behind Leicester. So since Bruno has come, we've gained. I think we are the second best team in the league because Man City because of the few draws we've had in between the
since Bruno came.
Yeah, since Bruno came, we are the second best team.
Since Bruno came, actually, we are the best team.
Okay.
Correct you.
Since
he came, we are the best, followed by City, then Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has been a very strong factor.
Yes, he's been a very. So if anyone gives him player of the season, I think it's fair. Yeah, it's fair.
It will be. Yeah.
Given that also he has how many goals now? Have they gotten 10?
10, 10 Premier League goals.
7 or 8 assists, which are good returns considering he came at the middle of the season.
Yeah.
So I would agree with you, though I gave it to Wan-Bissaka and also say Martial possibly, but if you give it to Bruno, I can't argue with that because his numbers, man, you can't argue with those numbers.
You can't.
He's only second to De Bruyne, which I know next season if we go for it, I know De Bruyne will have to step up because the competition that will be there,
will be stiff.
Yeah, and people are calling him Bruno Fernandes because of the penalties that we keep getting. What's your take on penalties? Penalties seem to be a dividing factor in football. I've never understood why.
It has been, and especially for us, considering all the banters that we've been getting. I've seen memes whereby Sir Alex is at the VAR room. He's the VAR referee, and it's not like we are the ones who give ourselves penalties.
Yeah,
these are clear contacts. They can check, and if there was anything, probably FA would have taken it up. But penalties are penalties, and
I agree with
you can't take that. You can't take that away from us.
Yeah. The reason why I don't find the penalty debate, I find it very weak because the rules say clearly that if you foul someone in the box, it's a penalty.
It is,
and it means it is part of football. It's like people saying people starting to argue Grealish might be living off fouls. The rules say if you knock someone, he's been the most foul player in the league this season. If you knock, if you do a bad tackle on someone, it's a foul.
Yes. It is.
If a player scores an own goal, it is counted as a goal for the opponent. I was telling the other fans that instead of them concentrating on the number of penalties we've been given, they need to start concentrating on reducing the number of penalties David Luiz gives. David Luiz is topping the chart with 5 penalties this season. 5 penalties. 5 penalties. 5.
But I would give it back to him, the Man City game, where wow. It was like he was Maldini and Buff and Chiellini and all those great players in one. He gave a very crazy performance.
Yes. Only for him to give a penalty yesterday.
Again.
Yeah. When they were signing at the beginning of the season, when I was looking at their signings,
Yes.
I was looking at their signings and I'm saying, um, I'm not counting David Luiz as a signing, knowing that David Luiz that I know, this guy is
Yes.
going to cost us. And that's what was like, he's bringing experience. I'm like, you guys, do you think Chelsea are stupid? You think you have a player of David Luiz's caliber just like that? They're not stupid. Only for them to see the bear the fruits later.
Yeah.
I also didn't have much hope for Arsenal because
Yeah.
their signings are still young. Martinelli was just breaking through. It's like us
Yes.
now putting all the pressure on Greenwood. As good as he
Greenwood,
is,
yeah.
his first season, it would be too much
Yeah.
on him. You get,
It will be.
and then
It will be.
you need to consider there's injuries, there's fatigue. A young
Yes.
player like that would be on and off. He'll give you 2 or 3 good games. The next 3
Yeah.
are poor. You see what Mount does for Chelsea. He gives you 2 good games. The next 3 or 4
Then
are that is what young players will always do.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go to the next comment,
Yeah.
goal of the season for you?
Goal of the season.
Yeah, fresh your mind. There was the Pogba, Rashford, Chelsea game. The long ball that Pogba gave Rashford for the second goal, I think, second or third.
The first game. It was
Yes,
the
the first game of
third.
the season.
The third goal.
Yeah. Then there was a Martial against, was it Watford?
Sheffield. Yeah. That was a
The one
beauty.
that, yeah, he skinned everyone. There was the Bruno Martial connection against City. Remember it?
City. Yeah. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
brilliant.
I'm trying to remember them. I'm also forgetting them.
I also liked the Martial goal against Sheffield. Was it
Yeah.
Sheffield? Really? Oh, there's he made a color.
Yes.
Top.
I remember it.
Was it top
Yes.
left or top right?
Top right.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty.
I remember that. We've had some good goals this season. Very top class goals this season.
Yeah.
And the McTominay against City, the last game before lockdown. Remember the Ederson mistake? It was also
that gave me chills. That gave me chills.
Yeah. the very last minute of it. Yeah. So there are a few. And I know right now it's hard to jog your mind and to settle on one.
Yes.
So there are a few candidates, a few good goals.
And are we just talking about the league goals?
If you can, yeah.
Or goals in general.
You can.
Remember Rashford's free kick against Chelsea?
Yeah, the Carabao. Yeah, that one was also
that was a good one. Yeah. I didn't expect that.
There was also the Greenwood against Newcastle. You remember?
Yes. I remember.
Greenwood against Newcastle was a good one as well.
Yeah. And also Greenwood against Watford. He made a run all the way, passed it to Bruno back to him.
Yeah.
Then.
So there are a number that it's very hard to settle on one. It's very hard to settle. Let me read another comment. Fadili says, I think Ndidi would be a good signing. Yeah, I love Ndidi. As a matter of fact, he's only second to Wan-Bissaka on tackles made this season.
Tackles.
Yeah. He's only second to Wan-Bissaka. He's a good player. He's been he has the overall he has the most tackles in the Premier League, I think, in the last from the day he was signed. He's leading in tackles. But now the issue is with Leicester let him go easily. Leicester, we dealt with them for when we were signing Maguire.
It was a tough one.
It didn't go too well. We had to really drag. I think it took about 6 weeks, and I don't like such signings. Trainers. I think the reason why we also The other Leicester player, their number 10, I think. What's his name?
Madison.
Madison.
Yes, James Madison.
But I think the club just remembered the grueling experience we went through with Maguire.
With Maguire, yeah.
Again. And I don't think Leicester would be, given that they're now in Europa League, they wouldn't want to release their top players this season. Yeah. There's another comment here that says, I think the Martial chip against Watford is world class. I think that's the one you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
Again, you remember against Watford? I think Bruno gave him the pass.
Bruno gave him the pass. Then I thought he had lost it.
Yeah. Then all of
he
a
had
sudden,
gone wide.
He wowed us. Yeah. Those are some of the reasons why. Those are some of the reasons why I still think Martial can vie for the Player of the Year. Yeah. Someone else has joined us. His name is Kevin Chogo.
That's my brother. Kevin, stay locked.
He's locked in. He's saying good vibes.
Yeah.
Kevin, we appreciate you, Maze. Hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed. Like the content and share the content. Yeah. Now, regarding Luke Shaw, as we are coming to Luke Shaw, what's your opinion on Luke Shaw? Because Luke Shaw has been a dividing factor among the fan base.
I would say this season, Luke Shaw has given us a very good season.
Yeah.
Considering after his injury, he hasn't really had a good time, a good seasons after. But this season he has given us better. We usually connected him with a lot of injuries, but this season, this is the first time he's getting injured, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And also the Brandon Williams effect also gave him a push.
Yeah.
And he has given very good performances ever since. So he has been good. I'll say that.
Being fair to Luke Shaw, we've missed in the past few games. We missed their connection with Rashford.
We have
hugely, because since he's been injured, Rashford also has not been really performing at his very best. And is good defensively. I remember the City game. The City game, I think is the last game before the lockdown. I remember that game.
Yeah, the City game.
When Mahrez came on, Brandon Williams really struggled to keep Mahrez out till Ole had to change the formation, because we were playing with three at the back. Ole had to change formation so that it was the moment Luke Shaw went to the fullback. I think we were playing with three at the back. Luke Shaw was playing as the left-sided centre back. I remember after Luke Shaw was moved to the fullback, to the left-sided fullback, Mahrez would have an easy time. Yeah. All right. We discussed Matic a bit. We know he needs a replacement. Now, do you think we should keep Pogba? Now we've gotten, since we had started the signings issue.
I think Pogba should stay, and I feel he has rejuvenated himself, and I think he feels better. He likes the school better, unlike last season or probably before his injury. And the connection between him and Bruno is awesome. And I think next season there'll be a force to reckon with. So all the other teams, check out for that. Check out for that.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Not been like the best season for him, having been injured. And also think what has worked for him is that the Bruno effect. I think before Bruno came, we were all expecting Pogba to carry the weight of the team, but right now the weight is evenly spread. Like if Bruno does not perform, Pogba can perform, Rashford can perform, Martial can carry the team. Like in the past 3 or 4 games, Martial has really been one of our best players. Sometimes the defense plays well, like the Leicester game. Lindelof was really world class. So I agree with you. He needs to sign that deal as soon as possible. The problem with our board is that they like to drag deals. I don't know why deals keep dragging that money.
Unfortunately.
Probably
it's because of the business-minded business. Who?
Edward.
Yeah.
He's a former banker.
Business-minded rather than the passion for football. So that is also a factor that a lot of United fans have cried foul for. Remember when people went to attack his house?
Yes.
People are really frustrated about that.
I think that gave him the scare. He said that he has to sign. Because we were personally, I was saying,
yes,
of all the signings to have missed, Bruno was not supposed to have missed in January. And I expected the to go haywire on the club, and it happened. It's the same way. I'm not predicting anything bad, but if Sancho does not come, I know the fans.
We are already waiting for him, and I think a couple of people have already gotten their jerseys written Sancho. Quite a number of people, my friends have. I've looked around at people. So we are just waiting for the announcement.
Yeah. Okay.
Let
the club will announce. I'm hoping we will sign at least 3 players, which I know we are capable of signing 3 players. More than 3, I doubt. But if we get 3 signings this season, and I know proper signings, I'll be satisfied because I will. I know the team will have strengthened. Let me read a comment here. There's a comment here that says, speaking about season, Rashford, the same free kick you are speaking about. That was Joseph is saying to him, Rashford's free kick was goal of the season.
Pardon me, is Joseph a Chelsea fan?
I'm also wondering. Joseph, are you a Chelsea fan?
Are you a Chelsea fan? Because I can see his photo is the Chelsea logo.
In the coming shows, we will even have people from different fan bases in the show. Just to share their opinions on what they think. So Joseph, you're in the right place. Whether you're a Man United fan or Chelsea.
Welcome, Joseph.
Kevin Chogo is saying Bruno, Matic, Pogba, quite good. Bruno Matic, Pogba is a good commendation. But what I would say is that we need people to help them. You can't play. We can't do what we've done with Maguire. One player playing 38 league games.
Funny enough,
I don't even remember the last time Maguire was subbed.
He has played all the games for the season.
Every minute.
All the games. Every minute. Actually, yes. Very dangerous.
Yes, that's
very
dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. And if Kevin Chogo, my brother, is a very serious Liverpool fan. Even today. He's a copied.
That title. That is our title. That title belongs to us.
Kevin, we are coming for that title.
We are coming for that title. And
yes.
I usually say, in the next 5 years, Ole will win at the league, the Champions League.
The Champions League?
FA.
We might get the treble very soon.
It's possible. That's what I see with Ole, because Ole is not just a manager; he's a fan as the Man United fan as well. So he wants to win the club. Yeah. Joseph is saying he's a Chelsea fan, which is not is a good thing. Which is a good thing. We've had a good competition with them this season. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but sometimes I love the things Lampard has done. Lampard has been Chelsea's Ole this season. At the beginning of the season, he released people. He allowed people to go, which was not really an easy thing to do. He also did a few signings here and there. Mike seems to have frozen. Let me see. Let me remove him so he can come back. Yeah, as I was saying about Chelsea, at times I admire Lampard, though he's still learning. I admire his passion. The other day, he was having an argument on the touchline with the Liverpool bench. That is the kind of manager I want. A manager that is not just a manager, but a fan as well. And that is why I have high hopes with Ole. Yeah? That is why I have high hopes with Ole. And I know soon and very soon, it will be Chelsea, Man United rivalry again at the top, just like the days of Ferguson and Mourinho at the top there, fighting for it season in, season out. All right? Yeah. If you've not subscribed to the channels, please do subscribe. Like the content, leave a comment there, and also, above all, do share the content. Invite other fans from other fan base as well, if you can. We are hoping to do a full Premier League review. I'll try and get a few fans. I'll get a Chelsea fan, I'll get an Arsenal fan, I'll get a Man United fan, a Liverpool fan. Those are the 4 key fan bases that I think we can have. So I'll organize a show just to review the season, how the season has been. Get an Arsenal fan, Man United fan, Chelsea fan, a Liverpool fan. Is there another fan base that we need to get? I don't think there is. Then we just discuss and also do a preview of next season and how the season needs to would look like. Yes, Fadil is agreeing with me that Lampard and Ole are great players and coach like Zizou. Yes, you see what Zizou has done at Real Madrid. People were doubting his abilities, saying, "Oh, Zizou is not a great coach. He was only relying on Ronaldo." Then Ronaldo went, and we see he's won he's won the Copa del Rey, I think, and now he's also won the league, and he's still in the Champions League. Even if it looks as if City will progress to the next stage, he still has the opportunity to beat City, because all he needs to do is to beat City by 2 goals, a difference of 2 goals, and that is how he will have progressed to the next stage. You get? So those are the kind of coaches. Yeah, Mike is back. I've been trying to buy time so that he's back. Yeah, Mike.
Sorry about that. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. I was telling these guys that the next show will now let me just read Joseph's comment. Joseph says, "Can we link and do a show? I can come in as a Chelsea fan. Also, I do know if you can remember me, because you once coached me at Citam." I used to be a coach, my friend.
Yeah, I remember.
I used to be
when we used to do our fellowships, and you also coach
in Nairobi here. Even
in Nairobi.
Yes, okay. At Citam Buruburu, I coached the Citam Buruburu FC. Actually, it was last year. It was just last year before I moved. Right now, I'm in Gong.
Okay.
But I used to coach that team I really liked those guys, Mazi. I like their commitment. We had some nice wins and also some very bitter losses. Yeah, but we had a good team there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Joseph, you know where to just inbox me. Do an inbox on my WhatsApp. If you are part of the team, it means that you have my number, so you can inbox me. In the next show, I'll organize and let guys know when we can do a complete season review for the major clubs. Let me
Yeah.
say,
That will be in order.
yeah,
United,
five
Liverpool,
or six. Yeah, let's just
Chelsea.
include Arsenal, although they are no longer considered. We can't let them. They have to. They need to have a say in this.
Yes, they
Can
really
get
need to.
a Spurs fan, but getting a Spurs fan is not easy. But
Getting one
we
is
try.
quite.
Yeah, we try and get one. So, and
Okay.
also
Yeah.
we do. I'll be doing the next in the few because right now before the Europa League comes, I'll be doing a few
Yeah.
transfer reactions, what is being said here and there, and also how we
Yeah.
prepare. Yeah, I was to ask you, do you see us winning the Europa League?
Definitely.
Yeah,
I told someone we are going to win it, and he told me
yeah,
he mentioned about Inter Milan, and I feel like Inter Milan, they are not really as strong as I thought,
yeah,
and there are some things that we can take care of.
yeah,
And having in mind Leverkusen,
yeah,
maybe the only team that we can struggle with that knows us
yeah.
very well is probably Wolves,
I'm
and
not scared of.
which I know right now we are ready for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Right
They
now
are the only
we
team that probably would give me chills, but
yeah,
we are winning it.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks for coming, my guy. I'm hoping we'll keep doing this regularly. After the
sure.
games, we'll be doing match reviews and maybe
Yeah,
player ratings, which come hizo.
yes.
Yeah. Just as a parting shot.
Yeah.
Out of 10, where do you rate Ole for this season? Yeah.
Only
In
this
that,
season,
yeah,
I'll give him an 8 or 9,
eight or nine.
considering
Yeah, of course.
he has not led a huge club like United.
Yeah, yeah,
And having it in mind, when he came in after Jose
yeah,
Mourinho having his experience and all that, he did well.
yeah,
And the way he has taken the team from
yeah.
probably sixth to where we are right now, he has done a good job.
Yeah,
So it's only for the board to back him up and us as
yeah.
the fans to also back him up. And I see a mini Ferguson in him, probably. And
Yeah,
I know he wants
he's back
he
his
wants to
student.
he wants to also make his own legacy.
Yeah.
So we will be a force to reckon with in the next few seasons.
Okay.
So all of these guys, watch out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. I see better
Yeah.
days ahead for us. I really want us to win the Europa League because I want this crop of players to have a taste of what it means to be winners.
Yeah.
That will make them more hungry for more trophies.
I felt like we were to get FA and Europa, considering we lost out on the other cups.
Yeah.
But on the FA semi-final,
Yeah.
I won't really talk much about it. But
Yeah.
we need this Europa League. Yeah.
We badly need it.
We badly need it.
We need to make
We
a
badly
statement.
need it. That is the statement we need to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also thought that FA will be our another route to the Champions League, but we've also taken we've put ourselves already into the Champions League spots. So Europa League, we are coming.
Yeah, we are coming. We are coming to win it.
Yes.
To Arsenal fans, please try win the FA. At least you can get Europa League through FA. Yeah. Otherwise, for now, it's Kibera number 9.
Number 9.
8th place. Yeah, be comfortable with that for now. Yeah. Thank you, man, for coming. Keep sharing the content. Keep telling people about the channel, because I want us to create a community. There's a way on YouTube you can create a community. Also create membership. I'm hoping we'll get to that level where we can have membership as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure having this is my first. I hope we'll have more. And probably next.
Yes.
And as I told you before, probably the next time I will be hosting you.
It's okay. I can. What we can do, when games are back, I can be doing match previews, and then you do the reviews.
But I still need a lot to learn from you.
There's so much to do.
I just don't. Yeah. So thank you very much, and all the fans. Glory Man United. Stay united, bonafide, and share the content, and make it a very big community. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And sorry, let me read. Let me read. Let me read a comment here that just come. Please don't remind us of the FSW finals, Mike.
I'm sorry, Fadili.
Fadili, we apologize. We apologize on behalf of the fan base. Cheers, man. Let me
Cheers.
Go do other things.
Okay, thank you.